Are you a recruiter that needs help closing a client? And you're gonna really wanna check out this video right now. Hey, welcome to the Millionaire Recruiter. I'm Brandon Rooney, your Millionaire Recruiter. If you have not seen this channel before, it's all about upping your game in the recruiting industry. So let's have fun with this one. Hello, agency recruiters. Yes, this is for you or for anyone really that wants to start your own recruiting business. You have to know how to close a client. I've done quite a few different videos on just client work in general. How do you find them? What are the templates? How do you hook them? All of those things. But if you don't close them, it doesn't really matter, does it? Right? It doesn't matter that you did all that work. So first and foremost, be persistent. You are not bugging them. I think that is the biggest thing that I know when people are like, oh, I hooked this client, I sent them my pitch deck or my paper or whatever, and now they're not getting back to me. They're not interested. Poor me, they're not interested. No, be persistent. They're probably just busy. If they need you, it's because they're busy. So do not take anything personally. First of all, I feel like that's a whole other video. Do not take shit personally, but yes, be persistent, constantly follow up. Honestly, I follow up until someone tells me no. Like, why not, right? Like, just keep going, And you don't even have to make your message that different, And I always like to make sure I say, let me know either way, because human nature is they don't like confrontation and they don't like to, upset or disappoint anyone. So if you give them that out to feel okay about it, you're good, and they're going to tell you. They're going to be honest with you. Because I think a lot of times people also, they don't handle rejection very well, so therefore they don't want to reject you. So if you let them know, like, hey, I'm cool either way, like, I'm busy, don't mind me. It's like, why if you're dating, you don't accept a date invite Saturday morning for Saturday night. Like, you're busy, So next thing is, do not drop your price drastically. Should you negotiate? Absolutely. Why not, right? But the lower the price you go from the company side is really like, that's your worth, right? Now, you don't want to go out of business because you're so stuck on this one pricing model. Just think of it differently, word it differently. There's all sorts of things you can do when it comes to actually like the negotiations of things, which, by the way, I will absolutely do that video on how to negotiate with a client. I have one that's like kind of like that, but I'll address that for sure. Additionally, on how to close a client is you need to really show value. Not just value in what you do, but value in your results. So you have to be very data-driven and results-driven. You should absolutely have that in your pitch somewhere, somehow, on your site, on your LinkedIn. Results, results, results. Especially because I think that recruiting, again, we still have this, appearance that we're either shady, we're not worth it, we're expensive. I mean, I could go on and on and on how people still feel about recruiters, which, by the way, we're tackling via thriveversity.io, so thank you for watching. But no, results. So you can basically give them examples. Hey, this is how I helped a client similar to yours. This is how fast I'm able to do it. That's really important too. So when you build the ROI, which is return on investment, when you build that for them and show it to them, it's like almost impossible for them to say no. Another way to close a client, and definitely this for sure works, is getting on the phone with them. So, you can talk really well via email and LinkedIn and all those amazing things, but getting on the phone with them, and what I've really found is, I've gotten asked this a lot, is I like the Zoom or the Google Meet, so the video calls with clients are really helpful. It's just that personal connection. Remember, people want to work with who they like, who's easy, who communicates well, there's no guessing, right? It's like they need it really, really, really fast. And so that building that relationship quickly is crucial. Another great way to close a client is to walk away. Bye. I actually just did this last week and it worked. Thank you. The client was trying to negotiate with me too much. And again, like I said, you can definitely drop prices and you can show different values and stuff like that. But you have to have still a standard, right? You don't want to drop your, what you feel that one is market and that's your worth, right? So I literally just said, you know what? this isn't going to work out. Like, we've already gone back and forth on what the cost is. I can't really negotiate anyway. Like, I get where you're coming from. So like, I was literally saying, like, it wasn't rude. I just said, hey, look, I get where you're coming from, but this isn't worth it for me or my team. So if for whatever reason you go with this other recruiter and in 30 days they haven't, showed you the results that they promised, come back to me. I'll be more than happy to help you. So I just set the scene, and I really just was okay with walking away. I think of, like, when you're bartering on the side streets, like with things, you're like, hey, I'll give this to you for $10. No, okay, I don't want it. And instantly they go down to $8. That's just kind of like the same thing. So you have to stay strong there, and you have to be okay with it. But let me tell you this though, you cannot dwell. If you decide to walk away, you have walked away. To come back to the client and then give them what they originally asked for is going to leave a sour taste in everyone's mouth, and you're probably not going to have a good relationship. So it's not worth it. So when you walk away, truly walk away. So I did that last week, and the client, it took them a total of 4 days to come back. So I was super happy about that. But again, like, I relayed why I'm, the person for them additionally. So I didn't just, I definitely let them know, like, why I'm walking away, but also why I'm still their person and why I'll be here in a month when they're ready. So that's just super important. That's how you close the client. You definitely send them the agreement early on. And in your agreement and in your talk with them via email, you need to make sure you're letting them know what results you're holding yourself to, what you're accountable for, but additionally, what the client's accountable for. So I think that's a really great tactic in order to close a client as well, is to be very upfront as to what you need from them. And you might be thinking, why am I making more work for them? Well, if you're going to hold yourself to be accountable, you need to hold them accountable, and they need to hold themselves accountable too. That's a true relationship. If you do not have that, if the client does not respect you, you're not going to get the results that you want. You're going to go down this horrible path, which again, it's a different video that you have to dig yourself out of. But that's how you close. That's how you close a client. I don't think that closing a client means you have to research them drastically and spend tons of time, doing that, because at the end of the day, that's the time that's being taken away from you. So just use these techniques, be super persistent, stay pretty firm on price, but build the value, get on the phone with them and walk away and let them know what they're walking away from, and then see what happens and keep going to the next one. Remember, there are hundreds of thousands of clients that need you as a recruiter. So stand tall, be strong, make sure you own it, and have fun. Please have fun. So thank you so much for this, and I hope you're also having fun listening to my podcast, The Talent Takeover Unfiltered, because that is a blast. That's where I really keep things real. It's really fun. We're having some really great clients, or I should say guests, come on. So if you want to be a guest too, feel free, put in the comments below as well. We'll direct you on the best way to do that. Of course, we want to know why you want to be a guest, right? But would love to feature, you all subscribers and listeners for sure. Which brings me to, yes, the contest for the 30,000 subscribers we are just about to hit. We're definitely giving away some cool stuff, which if you join the email list, you will get access to knowing all of those fun details. All right. So I will see you every Thursday at noon, and do not forget that money is just a vessel to do all the amazing things you want to go do in life. Go live it. See you next week.